जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभुपाद की, इस्कॉन फन आचार्य शिला प्रभुपाद की, नाम आचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, welcome to the morning Bhagavatam class. Today we are reciting the verse from Canto 3, Chapter 29, Text 19. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 19. Madharmano gunair ete parisamsuddha asaya purusha sanjasabhyeti Shuta matra gunam himam Madharmana gunair ete Parisamsuddha asaya Purusasyanja sabhyeti Shuta matra gunam himam Madharmana gunair asya Madharmana gunair ete Parisamsuddha asaya Purisasanja sabhyeti Shuta matra gunam himam. Prabhuji. Madharma gunar eter Parisamsuddha asaya Purusasanja sabhyeti Shuta matra gunam himam. Madharmano gunar ete Parisamsuddha asaya Purusasanja sabhyeti Shuta matra gunam himam. Madharmano gunar ete Parisamsuddha asaya Purusasanja sabhyeti Shuta matra gunam himam. Mataji. Madharmano gunair eter Parisamsuddha asaya Purusasanja sabhyeti Shuta matra gunam himam. You want to try, Mataji? Yeah. Do you want to?
I'm very slow in learning.
Okay. Yeah. Word to word meaning? Madharmana, of my devotee, Gunai, with the attributes, Etai, these, Parisamsuddha, completely purified, Ashaya, consciousness, Purusasya, of a person, Anjasa, instantly, Abhyeti, approaches, Shuta, by hearing, Matra, simply, Gunam, quality, he, certainly, Mom, me. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Please repeat with me. When one is fully qualified with all these transcendental attributes and his consciousness is thus completely purified, he is immediately attracted simply by hearing my name or hearing of my transcendental quality. Purport. In the beginning of this instruction, the Lord explained to his mother that Madguna Shruti Matrena, simply by hearing of the name, quality, form, etc. of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is immediately attracted. A person becomes fully qualified with the transcendental qualities by following the rules and regulations as recommended in different scriptures. We have developed certain unnecessary qualities by material association, and by following the above process we become free from that contamination. To develop transcendental qualities as explained in the previous verse, one must become free from these contaminated qualities. Okay. Let's do Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvit He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome once again. Okay, so we are continuing the conversation between Kapila Muni and Mother Devahuti. So even though this verse, the purport is very small, but still we can extract much more information about the pure devotion. So we'll continue now. So we have been discussing about the pure devotion from past few verses. Various speakers have explained many things in a different perspective and different with various information, right? So what is a pure devotion in general now, with the basic understanding of pure devotion? What is pure devotion means? Any? Yes, self. Yeah. Sorry, Prabhu, you are saying? Yes, not mixed with any moods or desires. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. So pure devotion is nothing. It's like a devotion performed without any selfish desire or motive. Like if you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who appeared 500 years back, and he was trying to teach us the Krishna Prema, the devotion, how to become a pure devotee. And he composed the Sikshastakam, the 8 verses, right? 8 prayers. So in that one last verse, Aslishava padaratam pinastumam adarshanan marmahato karotuva yata tatava vidatu lampato matprana natasu sa eva napara. So the translation is, I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, and he is always my worshipful Lord. Right? That is what it is the mood of Radharani and the gopis. This is the mood. What is, whether Krishna is appearing in front of me, or if he is appearing, if he is scolding, or is creating problems, or is whatever he does, I am continuously going to worship. That is the pure devotion, which is we can learn from the Shikshastakam. This is the pure devotion. Yes, in our normal language, that is a selfless desire, but in a highly qualified devotee's mood, this is what Radharani is the topmost devotee. This is her feeling, right? So whatever Krishna does, whether he creates problem or he is making us happy, it doesn't matter. We will be continuing the worshipping Supreme Lord. That is a pure devotion. Now, when we, like from the last few verses, Kapila Muni was explaining the process of pure devotion. Right? So there are multiple, I think from the 11th verse 11 to till this yesterday, to this verse we can say, it's all talking about the process of pure devotion. How a person with a mixed devotion or is more materially contaminated, how he can be purified and transformed into a pure devotee. That process. We'll try to briefly recollect, but not just directly refer, but we will try to see based on our experience, we'll see those points, whatever we learned from the previous verses. Like most of you, some of you maybe 5 years, some of you 10 years back, they joined this Krishna conscious movement. Right? Some of you may be already born in the devotees family, they know from the childhood, but most of the people, they before joining the Krishna conscious movement, they will be involved in various material activities. In your family, suppose if your family member is asking you to go to temple or attend the Harati, or some nice discourse is happening in the temple, go. Then what you were telling? Everyone, in fact me also. So we will be telling, okay, if you are studying or if you are working, you say, okay, I am busy with my studies, I have exam, I don't have time to go temple. Right? That was our situation before coming into it. Or if you are working, you say, I am very busy with my work, I don't have any time to come to the temple and do anything. But what happened? By some Krishna's arrangement, you got some difficulties in your life, or some pure devotee got into contact, then you started coming to the chanting. That is what Kapila Muni was telling previous verses, that chant the holy name. Right? We started chanting the holy name. Then when we started continuing the holy name, then what Kapila Muni was saying, come to the temple, see my deities, right? So once you started chanting, some devotees connected with you, and they asked you to come to maybe the book distribution or Harinam. Somebody they started chanting, and then you invited them for the temple. Then they'll start coming to the temple. That is what Kapila Muni was saying. Visit the temple, take the darshan, pray the obeisances to the lotus feet, offer prayers. These are all things Kapila Muni was mentioning in the previous verses. Then you say he is seeing everyone in spiritual. Then once you start coming to the temple, you slowly connecting to the Bhagavad Gita discourses. You will understand you are not the body, everybody is spiritual soul. Then people will see that this is what Kapila Muni is saying, that we started seeing everyone into the spiritual. So what you are doing, you started coming to the temple, you started attending Bhagavad Gita classes. The first and foremost important point in our Bhagavad Gita discussion, we are not the body, we are spirit soul. So you start seeing everyone is in the spiritual thing. So like this, like Kapila Muni was mentioning, like then he was saying that approach a spiritual master and do the devotional service. That's what Kapila Muni is saying. So like we all experience same thing. Gradually when we start going the temple, attending the discourses, then we start doing some services in the temple. Gradually we get attracted to some of the spiritual master, the senior devotees. Then we take his association, his inputs, and then we will continue. So whatever Kapila Muni mentioned in this Bhagavatam, It is not just a Sanskrit literature or the philosophy. We can practically see in our lives all these instructions, how it is making transformation within us. It's not just theory to remember, but it is a practical application. We have seen in all our lives, whatever Kapila Muni was explaining in his 11 to 6, 7, 8 verses, we can practically see, we can experience in our day-to-day life, how we were in before coming to that Krishna conscious moment and what we are doing. In fact, see, like before joining the Krishna, you say you are not having any time. But now, this is the peak hours of any day's life. Right? People will be preparing their food or going to the office or traveling. So many business parts, so many. This is the peak hours of any business day. And what we are doing? We are allocating our time for listening Krishna Katha. We are somehow or other, we are making an effort to sit here, whether you are in the temple or online, or you are traveling, you are listening. So you are making the time to attend the listen. So this is how the instructions of the Kapila Muni, how we can see the practicality. This is how the transformation is happening. So now the Kapila Muni these instructions were given in Satya Yuga. Right? That time people are very elevated. They were doing meditation for thousands of years. If you see Kardama Muni, I think he did for 10,000 years, I remember. And now many people are having the ability to meditate and focus for long years, right? They were able to apply all these instructions. But when it comes to Kali Yuga, these many instructions are there. So some people will take only chanting, I will take chanting. And some people will say, okay, I'll go to the temple. Because Kali Yuga is like, people are so busy and they wanted everything shortcut, simplified form. Right? So using their own understanding, they will try to get one or out of 10 instructions, they try to follow one instruction based on their own understanding. Okay, I'll go to the temple. Or I will come to the devotion, do some small service. Or I will do one round of chanting. Like each person is doing one bits and pieces of activities. But what will happen? Your devotional will be slowing down. You are not doing the process correctly. Right? So, considering this, because Manda Sumanda Matiyo, Manda Bhagyo Upadruta, right? Kali Yuga people are lazy, dull-headed, less intelligent. They can't understand all these instructions. Then 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as mentioned here, he instructed the chanting the holy name. You do the chanting. You start with the holy name chanting, and then like in the first verse of the Param Vijayate Krishna Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, right? The holy name of the Sri Krishna, the Supreme Lord, is very glorious. It will bring transform, right? That is what we did. We started with the chanting the holy name. When we started chanting the holy name, then we got into the association with some devotees, and we continued chanting the holy name. We came to the temple. We continued chanting the holy name. We started doing some service. We still continuing the chanting, and we do. So all the activities Kapila Muni was mentioning, we are not doing anything randomly. The chanting is the first and foremost important in our devotion. When you do start chanting, all other activities, whatever the Kapila Muni and other great sages mentioned, it will be coming like so. You start chanting, you come to the temple, you do the devotional service, and you take the shelter of spiritual master. So the chanting is going on. You are not stopping chanting. Every day you are doing chanting. Every day as prescribed rounds. And you are continuing. At the same time, you are doing other activities. See the difference. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not there, we would have done all those activities as per our own understanding, whatever way possible. But the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and more simplified, because in Kali Yuga we don't have much time. We always want everything shortcut, simple and crispy, right? So that is the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced this holy name, and with the holy name we are chanting and we are able to do so many other activities. This is how we can those instructions, whatever we mentioned, we can see how it is practically relevant in our day-to-day life. Now, the next point which I wanted to discuss is, it's mentioned, in the verse also it's mentioned, Shruta Matra Gunam Hi Mam. And in the purport also, it was mentioned Mad Guna Shruti Matrena. Right? Mad guna, Shruti matrena. Mad means my, gunas, and qualities. Shruti matrena, just by hearing, what will happen? You will be getting attracted towards Krishna. This will happen when you do continuously chanting, when you become all your anarthas removed, all your bad habits, whatever there in your heart, all are removed, and you developed all the transcendental qualities. Like yesterday Mataji was explaining various qualities which devotee has to acquire. So when you got all those qualities, when you are in the devotion path, whenever you hear Krishna glories, Krishna's pastimes, then you will be able to understand, you will be getting attracted towards Krishna. See, so we can understand this attraction towards Krishna. We can also understand with some material example. Like by simply hearing, people may think that people who are in devotional path, they will understand. But people who are outside, they may not be. How can we understand by Krishna simply by hearing? I am coming to the temple, I am listening kirtan, but I am not getting any taste. Right? People may ask sometimes. But how we can understand with the attraction towards Krishna? One, I am taking very basic common example. Suppose you are feeling hungry and you go to the kitchen, backside temple kitchen. Like if the Vanamali Prabhu or Prem Sagar Prabhu is making a nice pizza, then what will say? Since you are hungry, you will be getting attracted to pizza and you will take pizza and eat. So this is one kind of thing, example, where our devotion, mixed devotion with modes will be like this. You have some desire, you will go to Krishna. Like you desire like feeling hungry, you go to the kitchen and take pizza. But other scenario is there. You already had a Mahaprasadam. You are not feeling hungry, but simply went to the kitchen to get something, and you saw it's a nice pizza is there. You are not feeling hungry, but you got attracted. Though you are don't have any desire to eat, your stomach is full, but still you okay, I will take this pizza. Maybe I will eat later. You will pack it in a box and take. So this is how the attraction, right? Sometimes you will have a desire, you will get attracted. Sometimes, though you will not have any desire, but you will be getting attracted. Like the pure devotion is like that. You will not have any selfish motive, but just by listening Krishna Katha, you will be attracted when you are in a pure devotion. So, the attraction towards Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, it's in the chapter 7:16, it was mentioned. Chaturvija bhajante mam jano sukrito artina artho jignasar artharthi jnanaichacha bharatarshaba. So, what kind of people attracted towards Krishna, right? That is what it is. In this before 7:15, those who are not getting attracted towards Krishna, that was explained. But this was specifically what kind of people can come and worship to Krishna. So what we can, Chaturvida bhajante, there will be 4 people, bhajante mam. Krishna is saying, people come and worship him. Who are all those? Artho. Because he had mentioned Sukrit, Jana, Sukrito, Arjuna. They are not bad people, they are pious people, right? And they do artho, means they are very distressed. And jignas, they are very inquisitive. Just everybody is something, oh, what is this? Just they want to have they have inquisitiveness to see what is this process, how it works, who is God, like that they want to have. And artharthi, rest who are looking for wealth. And then artharthi jnani, who are mental speculators, who wanted to understand the absolute truth, the supreme Lord. They are not devotion path, but they want to understand what is supreme absolute truth. There is the jnanis. They want to understand. So all these 4 people are coming to attraction, get towards Krishna. This is one kind of attraction. But the verse here we are saying is not this kind of attraction. It is a pure attraction. The pure devotees will not have any kind of desires. But what will happen to these 4 people? And these 4 kind of people, artho, jignasa, artharthi, like these 4 kind of people, whenever they come in contact with the pure devotees, they will be purified and desires will be transformed. We know the best example from Srimad Bhagavatam. Any guess? Yes, Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj, what happened? So his stepmother humiliated, and his mother told that, okay, you go and pray with Vishnu, he will solve your problem. I am not able to solve your problem. Then what happened? Dhruva Maharaj went to forest. But it's one important thing happened is Krishna's arrangement. He got an association with pure devotee, Narada Muni. Narada Muni, like if you see the Narada Muni pastime, it may like even if you Prahlad Maharaj pastime, Narada Muni was there, role is there. Even Dhruva Maharaj pastime, Narada Muni there. Even if you see Daksha's 10,000 sons, Haryashva, right? They also got transformed, right? So I think in Lal Govind Prabhu, one of his lectures he was saying, Narada Muni is one of the best youth preacher. He transformed all the youth in a different planets, right? So he transformed everyone. So same way, here in this case, Dhruva Maharaj pastime, Narada Muni told initially, he tried to convey that you are a small boy, you can't do this kind of austerity, it is very tough, go back. But he did not listen. Finally, he, by seeing his child Dhruva Maharaj's determination, so Narada Muni gave the, like what he has to do, the Ashtanga Yoga and the mantra, Om Astakshari mantra, something he was given, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, something. Yeah? That mantra has given to Dhruva Maharaj, and Dhruva Maharaj continued. But till that point of time, his aim was to get a kingdom bigger than great grandfather, which is Brahma. So the kingdom which is bigger than Brahma, he wanted to get it. But the Narada Muni blessings, he started doing the austerity and chanting the holy name. After 6 months of his severe austerity, Lord Vishnu appeared. But after seeing the Lord Vishnu, his desire was completely wiped out. He became a pure. He didn't ask anything. Just your darshan itself is enough. I don't need anything, right? That is what so this is how the pure devotee, normal devotee, any devotee who is having the mixed consciousness, whenever you get contact with the pure devotee, you will be having the chance. If you follow the instructions strictly, you will be transformed. So all these instructions, one more important point we can understand from all these instructions, whatever is mentioned in instructions, like from all the previous verses, these are all people sometimes we may think that is this really correct or not, but based on our experience so far, whatever happened in our life, all those instructions are working. So whatever it is mentioned that will happen in future also, we need to have a faith that okay, if you will get Krishna prema when you reach perfection, you will go back to Godhead. Those things also true, that will happen if you follow the path seriously. We need to have the conviction in the process based on your previous experience, whatever changes you've seen. With that, you develop your faith, your conviction, and continue the path. Definitely, you will get Krishna prema. Definitely, you will go back to Godhead. So that will. So all these examples gives us a faith, conviction, so that we can continue our path. We will reach the pure devotional state. Not only that, even Prahlad Maharaj also, we can take the example of pure devotion. Right? Where is Prahlad Maharaj is there? He is among all the demons. His father is a demon. His friends are demon. In the school also, all kids are doing only demonic. They wanted to learn non-Krishna conscious things. Even Prahlad Maharaj's father was trying to kill him because he is chanting the holy name. Did he stop because of his father's threats? No. He is still continuing. That's what, he doesn't have any material motive. He's having pure devotion. He just wanted to please Krishna. So these are all examples tells us it's a pure. Even Prahlad Maharaj also, we can see the example of pure devotion. Now, the next, one more point I would like to discuss in relation to this verse is, Krishna, some people will say like the Krishna is favor to, is partial to his devotees, right? So his Krishna is doing only, like in general, will take, suppose if a person is having some difficulties, he will say, okay, why Krishna is doing this? And he will not only he will not restrict himself, he will see other person, some person, that person did so many bad things, but still he is happy with, he got a nice bungalow, nice luxurious car, he is happy with family. Why everything is happening to me? Why that person did so many activities, bad activities, he is living happily his life. That is that kind of comments, comparison we make in our day-to-day life, right? So, is Krishna really partial to everyone? Even if you see the verse we take, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Krishna is like cows and deers, cows and brahmanas. But not only that, he means Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya. He is protector of, he is well-wisher of all the mankind in the world. It's not, so the saying Krishna is partial to his devotees is not correct. Not only that, we have another verse, Samasarva Bhuteshu Name Dveshosti Na Priya. Right? Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita 9:29, right? Krishna is impartial to, I don't have what he said in the translation, I am not envious to anyone, I am not partial to anyone, right? That's what. But those who are worshipping, performing devotion to me, they will be, I am there in them and they are in with me, right? That is what Krishna. So how we can understand these things? Though when we try to using this pure devotional concept also, we can try to understand Krishna is impartial. He sees equally everyone, but the devotees, he will reciprocate accordingly. How we can see, like in our previous examples, I was mentioning, Chaturvida Bhajante Mam Jano Sukritino Arjuna, Artho Jignasarartharthi Jnanacha Bharatarshabha. In all those, right, there are 4 kind of people who come to Krishna. What will they do? Like they are very distressed, they are having suffering with so many problems, right? Or they need money. So they approach Krishna. They come to the temple, they do some devotion or they do chanting, but unfortunately they didn't get association with any devotees. Then what will happen? After their desires are fulfilled, what will happen? They will stop coming. They will not be continuing their devotion because they are having the motive to come to the temple is their desires, material desire. So once they get the material desire fulfilled, they will be not coming to the temple. So you are not, you did only after fulfilling the desire, you stopped. Similarly, many other material people, what will happen? Whenever any desire is fulfilled, you will be stopped coming to. These are the 4 category of people. But in our Bhagavad Gita, we have the 3 concepts of, in the Karma Yoga section, we have Akarma, Vikarma and Akarma. So those devotees, these people, these 4 kind of people, who once they come to the temple, their desires are fulfilled. What will happen? They do all other, they will be involved in their material day-to-day activities. What will happen? Every action you do, whether it is a good or bad, you will have a reaction. You have to take the birth to get the reaction. So like that, you will be continuing. Like all the people, the 4 kind of people, once they stop coming to the temple, they will be doing all the various material activities. And they will continue, as they are continuing, every action they perform, they have to suffer it, take a life, next life to get the reaction. If you help someone, you have to take the reaction because your consciousness is material, right? Once you give someone some donation, then you will have a situation in some other life, someone will donate you something. Or if you hurt someone, in the next life, you will be getting. So these people stopped coming to the temple, they're busy in involving it. What will happen? They keep on taking repeated birth and death, right? So because they are not. But on the other hand, pure devotees example. Pure devotees, they don't have any material motive. Every action what they are doing, it is keeping Krishna in the center. Krishna for the Krishna's pleasure. If you are making today some nice bhoga, you will not look for, okay, I wanted to eat something, I make this and I offer to Krishna. You will not, your motive is not like that. Okay, what did I offer to Krishna yesterday? Today I will make different. Then you make the bhoga and you will offer. So you will always think in Krishna's perspective everything. You will not be so the karma, vikarma, akarma. In the first 2 cases, in the 4 people who approach Krishna with material desires, they will be having the karma and vikarma. Whereas in case of pure devotion, everything you are doing, which is Krishna, akarma. So you are not having any reaction. You will not have any reaction, and you don't need to take the birth again. So obviously, what will happen? You will be, as Krishna mentioned, when you continue in the pure devotion path, you will be without any selfish desire. If you do pure devotion, you will be going to God. Because there is no sinful activities pending with him. So he is pure, his consciousness is pure. So there is no reactions to suffer. Obviously, he will go back to Godhead. So this is how the pure devotion is playing very important role in our lives. So we all should aim for this pure devotion. And one more, one story I will, material example, but it's a story. I will give it to understand this Krishna. So what these examples mean, Krishna is impartial. It is not, Krishna is not partial to anyone. Krishna is impartial because we are not going towards Krishna. We stopped going to Krishna as part of this material framework. You have to suffer karma and vikarma, right? And because of that, you are taking repeated birth. And so your actions deciding your next birth. It's not Krishna. We should not blame Krishna that, oh, why Krishna is doing like this. No, it's not Krishna is doing. It is our reactions, karma. If you are turned towards Krishna, do everything for Krishna, you would have not got into this situation, right? But what your motive is, you are forgot Krishna and you would keep on doing the activities. So your actions here deciding your next destination, not Krishna. But yeah, I will give one example story. Like one person is having 3 sons and he's a very rich person. So let's say he gave $1,000 to three sons. So for each son he gave 1,000. Each one got $1,000. Now what the 3 sons did, one person, since he got $1,000, he deposited in the bank. He thought, okay, whenever I need future, he is having future some plans, so he deposited in the bank. He saved money. And other person, he used all to get some items for household items to get more comfort in the house. And the third person, he took that money and he went to pub. He had full drink and he used all the nonsense activities, and while coming back, he was not in consciousness, he met with an accident. Now, you see, and his family members started crying, and they were, definitely people when they are in sorrow, definitely they will think about God. God, why did you do like this, right? But is the problem, whose problem is this? The father gave 3 people, same amount, 1,000 people, 1,000, and each one used it in a different way. One person used it for future purpose. Other person immediately spent for his household comforts. And the third person, he completely misused. Right? No, whose choice? It is we all jivas having the free will. And who misused the free will? The last person, he spent all the money in pub and he took all the so much drink and everything, he suffered. In that, what is problem with Krishna? Where Krishna is coming into the picture? Krishna is not doing anything. It's you choosing the path, you are suffering. Why Krishna is coming into the picture? So, this is how we can understand. The pure devotion will always keep you in a safer state. So, you aim for achieving the pure devotion, that should be our aim. Still we are, I think some of you might be there, but still most of the people are not in the pure devotion state. We should aim to achieve that pure devotion, which is what the Kapila Muni was explaining throughout this series. So I will conclude here. Any comments?
Thank you very much for this class. So you said, how when Narada Muni came asking Dhruva Maharaj to go back to so young, do this later. And then Dhruva Maharaj, because he was very determined, right?
Yeah.
So is his determination, was it based on because he was Kshatriya? So would you think a Brahmana would? Because his mum was a good association, but he didn't really have that before he met Narada Muni. So do you think this is based on that determination, early day, is it based on the sort of like a background?
So,
qualification?
see, the question is how the Dhruva Maharaj got the determination, even though Narada Muni was asking him to go back, but from where the determination came to Dhruva Maharaj, right? So the main thing from the past time when you see, it's because of the humiliation he got with his stepmother. That instigated the fire in him. So that is the main thing. But apart from that, yes, he is a Kshatriya and those things may be adding up, but the main key factor is the humiliation he got with his stepmother. That triggered the determination. Yeah. Okay. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।